My name is John Zech, and I'll be talking to you today about faster RCNN detection of fractures in pediatric upper extremity radiographs. Some background on this problem. Fractures are commonly misdiagnosed injuries in the emergency setting. Fractures in pediatric patients, while common, have been neglected by most research and commercial applications of AI. We wish to investigate if an effective deep learning model could be developed to identify these fractures, and if a no-code web interface could be created to allow interested researchers to easily evaluate model performance. We obtained over 58,000 radiographs from pediatric patients at Columbia University Irving Medical Center. We divided our data into train, validation, and test sets, and we manually delineated with bounding boxes the portions of each radiograph that contained findings suspicious for fracture. Using the Detectron-2 library, we then trained a faster RCNN object detection model to detect fractures in radiographs. We Dockerized the Detectron-2 object detection code, and then we constructed a web interface using Streamlit to allow straightforward interactive access to the model's predictions so that an interested individual could simply upload an image and then receive an image back containing the bounding boxes predicted by the model. And we serve this interface via HTTPS using Nginx. Our results. We found that a faster RCNN fracture detection model trained to detect pediatric upper extremity fractures obtained an AUC of 0.958 over 5,750 test radiographs. We constructed an interactive web interface that allows interested researchers to easily interrogate this model. Let me show you what this interface can look like in practice. Here's an example radiograph of a child's hand from Radiopedia. We can see that this patient has a fracture of the base of the fifth proximal phalanx. When you upload this image to our web interface, which you can do by either dragging and dropping the image over or taking a picture with your cell phone, it returns a version of the image with bounding boxes drawn by the model. In this case, we can see that the object detection model correctly identified the fracture of the base of the fifth proximal phalanx. If we zoom in on that, it gives a good indication of what a pediatric fracture can look like. I would note that in this case, we can see how the bone has a tendency to bend rather than fully break. Many pediatric fractures are called incomplete fractures because they involve this incomplete disruption of the bone. We can contrast that with a more typical appearance for an adult fracture, which I added here on the right, in which you can see frank cortical disruption through the bone. We believe it's important to develop fracture detection models that are trained in pediatric patients so that the AI model that's learned can accurately detect and reflect their fractures. Thanks very much for your time and attention. We invite any interested researcher to check this demo out online at this website, and we'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts. Thank you.